"I didn't go up there to die," said Reinhold Messner, who famously climbed Everest without any oxygen alongside Peter Happler in 1978. "I went up there to live." It's a sentiment that would resonate with Aava, the protagonist of Cairn. "All I ever wanted was to touch eternity for an instant," Aava tells us at the outset, her eyes to the stars.
To reach one of those rare moments of bliss, where everything seems in its place and you feel you're part of a whole.
But her mountain isn't Everest, it's Kami, a fictional peak no one has ever summited. Aava is determined to be the first. Cairn is her story, and like both the mountain she is challenging and the climb itself, it is an incredible one.
Are you ready for Kami?
Cairn is a game about the climb, about choosing the right route up the mountain, taking a chance on the outcropping that seems slightly out of reach, pulling yourself up to a ledge just before your strength fails. Your path to Kami's summit is up to you, and you control each of Aava's limbs individually, with some optional assistance on by default. Each part of the climb is yours. The summit is the goal, but it is enough to make it to the next bivouac. There are meters in Cairn that track Aava's temperature, hunger, hydration level, and overall health, and you'll need to manage each if you want to survive. Cairn holds you accountable for your choices, but it's rarely overly punishing, and managing your limited resources based on what Kami asks of you is both challenging and rewarding. What doesn't have a meter is Aava's stamina, how strong her grip is at that moment, or how well she is maintaining the position you've taken. For that, you'll have to watch her, the way her arms and legs tremble on an unstable hold, how she whimpers and winces as she's about to lose her grip. These tells can be subtle, especially at first, and you have to pay attention until you learn what to look for and how to position Aava properly. She's incredibly strong, but she's also human. She cannot hold on to smooth rock for very long, nor scurry up a cliff through sheer force of will. Shaking out a tired limb and refocusing on a semi-stable hold will buy you more time, but you cannot scale all of Kami that way. Salvation and progress are found in the small divots she can grab onto, tiny ledges where her feet can find purchase, a crack in the cliff she can wedge her toes into. Sometimes there will be nothing, and you will have to take a risk, to brace Aava's leg against a flat surface in the hope that she can pull herself up before her strength fails, or sidle across a small ledge, her hands pressed against the smooth stone. If a rock is suitable, she can drive a piton into Kami and build a belay, clipping herself to a loop of rope in order to rest. If she falls and you've been smart about using pitons, her climbot helper will catch her, and you can climb the rope back to the belay, or use it to rappel down to an area you might not otherwise reach. But even here, it's possible to make a mistake and realize you need a belay before Aava has time to drive the piton home, or twist it as it's going in, ensuring Climbot can only recover part of it the next time you're on solid ground.
Go get the pitons.
If the stone is too dense, you'll have to make the climb unaided. These are Cairn's most memorable moments. You are going to fall. The only question is whether or not it will kill you. You can pull the camera out for a bird's eye view of your location at any time, and see the route you've taken to get there, including failed past attempts, which is crucial for planning the next leg of your ascent. Sometimes the path is clear. Often you'll have to choose where and how the route challenges you rather than if it will. And then there are the times when you think you've found a good route only to reach a section without a clear answer, then check the map again and see that there was another, easier path available. Sometimes you can tough it out with smart choices, chalk that increases your grip strength, and a few well-placed pitons. Other times, it's best to adjust your path. Climbing Kami is exhilarating. There is joy in planning out the route, in securing a piton at the last second before Aava falls, and wedging Aava's feet into a crevice that unlocks a path that seemed impassable, in chalking up and daring to persist in a difficult section in the rain instead of waiting it out on a belay, in seeing the path you chart in your head become the route you've taken, in finally pulling yourself onto a ledge after a particularly difficult climb, when the night is falling and your visibility is failing and Aava is dehydrated, unhungry, and tired, in beating the mountain through sheer, dogged determination.
Yes!
The act of climbing doesn't change much throughout Cairn's roughly 15 to 20 hour runtime, and occasionally Aava's limbs may spider in strange directions or she may fall through the mountain, but I was so invested that it hardly mattered. As I play, Kami exists as something without end, taller than I could possibly imagine, something I will never complete, and the mountain I am scaling all at once. It is a remarkable balance and something Cairn never loses. I will never summit Kami. My victory is inevitable. Each time I make it to a bivouac, which doubles as a save point, I feel like I've done the impossible. But inside, there's always more to do. I need to tape Aava's hands, scarred and covered in blood from the climb. I need Climbot to craft new pittons from the scraps I saved. I need to cook a meal, rehydrate. Aava brings supplies to the mountain, but her backpack can only hold so much. Each time I eat a chocolate bar, drink some milk, or tape Aava's hands, I know I am using a resource I might not get back. Each time I sleep, I know she will wake up hungry. Kami forces me to make compromises. Sometimes I rest not because Aava physically needs to, but because there is no way to keep going until sunrise. But it is not all hardship. When I need something, Kami provides. In caves, on ledges, I find dandelions, perfect for tea. Fresh, clear water, fish. I'm always teetering on collapse, never there. There is always just enough, if I'm smart. Climbot recycles used plastic and bottles and makes chalk. Each part of my journey feeds the other. As I ascend, I learn the mountain's story. I find the remains of a cable car and its station, of smashed open vending machines, flyers, and advertisements. Tourists walked here once. I find the remains of the troglodytes, a civilization built on Kami, beautiful cities carved into the mountain, great statues.
Oh wow. The famous first guardian.
I explore. I learn of their resentment of climbers like Aava, the way civilization came for them, encroached on them, eventually forced them down. The remains of what they built are marked by pittons and covered in climbing rope. And I am reminded of the cost of what I am attempting. Sometimes the hints are subtle, bear-proof boxes full of supplies, abandoned backpacks. Other times they are less so, dead bodies.
Sometimes you come for the mountain. Sometimes the mountain comes for you.
I learn of a group tracking bears on the mountain and wonder what happened to them, and about what I might yet run into. A broken Climbot still receiving messages because maybe that means the climber it belongs to still is too. Cairn is about Kami and everyone who has attempted to climb it. There seem to be two outcomes. Either they turn back, or they die. Kami remains unconquered. The mountain always wins. I also learn about Aava, about who someone driven to do something like this must be. Climbot relays messages she receives as she climbs, from her agent Chris, who goes from begging her to send him photos to appease their sponsors to just begging her to let him know she's alright.
I don't care, just give me anything.
From her friends who sing her happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Aava.
From her partner Naomi, who does not understand why she is doing this, who reminds her of the cost of what she is attempting.
I just wish I understood your decision, that's all.
Aava mostly ignores them. Sometimes they make her smile, make her sad. Sometimes she's angry with Climbot for playing them. She meets other people on the mountain. A climber named Marco, who is a fan, grew up reading about her exploits. She is terse with him, occasionally unkind, though she does not mean to be. The quest for the summit may drive her, but she is running away from the world on the ground as much as she is climbing towards Kami's peak. For everyone else, there is a life at the bottom of the mountain. All they have to do is give up and come down. For Aava, the climb is all there is.
They can't give me what the mountain gives me.
Cairn would mean nothing without the journey, without the climb. Each time I was close to the top, I discovered the peak was farther off. And each time, I would tape up Aava's hands, cook whatever I had, and keep going. I knew what she could handle, what she needed, where I could take my chances. My reward was always something wondrous, and by the end I was as attuned to Aava's body as my own. But what I'll remember is the story of the mountain and the people on it. I'll remember the climb. I'll remember Aava. Kami asks Aava two questions. Who are you? Why are you here? Her answers are simple. I'm a climber. I came here to live. And through her, so could I. For more reviews from the start of 2026, check out our thoughts on Hightail or Code Vein 2, and for everything else in gaming, keep it here at IGN.